Yeah, good afternoon. I just want to speak to us about three things we must pay attention to in this season of economic crunch, economic gymnastic, economic turbulence. Every time there's an economic turbulence, there are effects on people, on businesses, on economy, and the family. Now, as an individual, how do we approach seasons like that so that we can at least make well out of it? Because it won't be proper for us to see things happen in our country and we don't pay attention to it. In fact, at a point in time, I refer to this country as a country of jokers. What I mean by a country of jokers is that a lot of people, as we speak, they still believe that nothing is wrong. They go on social media, create fun about what is going on. People laugh it out, but people don't really pay attention. This is the time we need focus more in our dear country, because the more focus we become, the more attention we pay to things happening around us. No, number one, you need to pay attention to yourself. And when I talk about paying attention to yourself, is that you have to pay attention to yourself, what is happening in your personal life, what is happening in your spiritual life, and what is happening in your economic life, and your health particularly. Because when situations are happening like this, one thing in life is that the more we hear of negative information, the more demoralized we become. The more we hear of things that inject fears, inject anxiety in us, the same way our body system respond to it. We have cases of hypertension. We have people now coming up with depressions, heart attacks, and all the rest. So pay attention to yourself. This is just one phase of life. Life are in phases, but men are in sizes. So pay rapt attention to yourself. The number two things you need to pay attention to is that pay attention to your family. Pay attention to what is happening in your family. Now, no family is living in isolation. Every family lives within the context of a society, and the prevalent circumstances in that society determine how the family respond to it. Pay attention to your children. What are they engaging in? Because the society is porous. People are doing a lot of things to make ends meet. Your children might be victim of joining peer influence, peer groups to do some evil or the other. Your wife might be lured into adultery. You too might be lured into what the society is saying about going ritual, going adultery to raise money, to take care of the house economy. So pay attention to your family. And number three things you need to pay attention to is to pay attention to your work or your business. If you are a businessman, pay attention to your business. Look at your income record. Begin to streamline. Begin to reduce costs. Begin to reduce your cost to a bearable minimum. Begin to see some activity you need to shut down for now. If you discover those activities are not bringing 100% to the table, it's time to shut down those activity. And again, look at the area that is booming in your business so that you can have focus on them to generate more income. Keep your expenses low for now, because money are no longer coming in. Then if you are a worker, it is time to give your best. Upskill yourself, go for further trainings, give your best to your employer, because retrenchment is on the corner. And by the time they begin to retrench people, you discover that you have nowhere in that organization. But if you pay attention to what is going on and pay attention to your own personal development in terms of knowledge, skills, attitude, and ability to do the job properly, at the end of the day, when retrenchment comes by or they're trying to reduce staff, you stand above others. These are the three areas we need to pay attention now, as worst as the society is. Because if you look at it now, the economic theory is no longer working. Even our economic actors are confused. If UK can be going through inflation that will be coming out of it in 2024, you should tell Nigerians, you should look at Nigerian situation. How do you think we can come out of it? And I want you to understand that UK economy depends on Nigerian buoyancy to flourish. And that is why Nigeria is in trouble. That is why UK is sick now. Because the reason for that is because they feed on our economic one way or the other. People traveling there for studies, business moving up to that area. So now let's pay attention to this thing. And as you pay attention, I pray that Almighty God see every one of us through. Because we're in our